Hi. Hi. This is coming to you from someplace in the Philippines, and I want to talk to you about Enbridge, Northern Gateway Pipeline, supertankers, and your basic athabascan tar sands pollution. And the easiest way that I can have this make any sense to you is to talk to you for a little bit about smoking, as in cigarettes, cigars, pipes. One cigarette's not going to kill you. Probably one or two packages isn't going to do you much damage. Maybe even 1 or 2 years. But if you start smoking 1 or 2 packages for, 3 or 4 decades, eventually they're going to get you. And that's the same as the athabascan tar sands. You take a little bit of that bitumen, what they call oil in the Canadian government, and use it, it ain't going to do much. You take it all out of the ground, you put it all into the atmosphere, it's going to kill you. They are already finding a great many problems with cancer downstream from where they're digging this stuff up. It is the world's dirtiest fuel by the time they dig it out of the ground and turn it into synthetic oil. It simply is the world's dirtiest. And that's going to kill you eventually. What they want to do with this stuff, at least what got me interested in it, is they wanted to run it from Alberta to the BC coast to a little place called Kitimat, and then from Kitimat run it either down to the States or over to China. Either case, you're looking at super tankers running through some pristine wilderness that cannot be replaced. For those of you who aren't familiar with the pipeline route, it basically goes through the most rugged, incredible, pristine, mountainous terrain you've ever seen. Thousands or so rivers and streams, mountain passes, avalanche area, earthquake, headwaters, sacred grounds, First Nations territories, places that traditionally, and by traditionally I mean traditionally by the First Nations that live in them, nothing was done in the winter because when the snows came, you couldn't go anywhere. It was a time to sit at home, be with your tribe, your village, have potlatches and celebrate the great things that have happened to you. Winter was not a time for travel. And yet Enbridge tells us, wants us to believe, that they can have a crew out to wherever there's an oil leak instantly, plug it up, and no problems at all. Well, I don't believe them. I have lived in that country, and they set a record just outside of Kitimat, where I lived. 24 hours, 6 feet of snow. Yeah, 6 feet in 24 hours. How are you going to get a crew out to a pipeline that's leaking with that much snow coming down? I mean, you didn't even have to make snowballs. You just catch the flakes as they fall and throw them like frisbees. It's incredible snow there. So I don't like the idea of a pipeline because you can't fix it when it breaks, and it will break. I don't like the idea of ripping up the boreal forest where the bitumen is now situated. And by the way, the bitumen is there for a real simple reason. For thousands and thousands and thousands of years, the forest there has been acting as a filter to the atmosphere. It's taken all this crap out of the atmosphere, put it into the ground through the root system, and cleaned the air at the same time with oxygen and what have you. So basically, they're taking this great air cleaner, ripping it out, and putting pollution back into the air that it took it out originally. And that's a very strange thing to do when you think about it. Now, we've gone from the athabascan tar sands to the pipeline, and then they're going to put it in supertankers and drive it up and down the coast. And they tell us it's perfectly safe, won't be a problem. I think that's what they said about the Valdez. Was that the name of the ship? The Exxon Valdez that went down in Alaska? Trouble was, that thing was about a third the size of these supertankers. And if this stuff gets into the environment, it's not like oil. It doesn't float. Bitumen sinks. It goes down, down, down until it hits the ocean bottom, and then it just covers everything down there and turns it into a desert, as the old song says. The ocean is a desert with the perfect disguise above, because it'll look great except it'll be dead. Whales, seafoods, fish, all of it's going to die if this bitumen gets into it. It will do more damage to the coast if one supertanker goes down and loses its load, more damage than a mid-sized nuclear bomb would do. I don't think it's a good idea. So think about it, folks. A lot of you have smoked. I smoke. Well, I've quit now for a while, but I may start again. You never know. But it's the same with the pollution we're putting in with this athabascan tar sand stuff that they use to make synthetic fuel. A little bit's not bad. It won't hurt too much. But the amount they're going to put in is going to kill us. So maybe we don't want to do this. There's a lot of people protesting it. I am one of them. I do what I can through my blog and what have you. Take a look at it. If you think it's a bad idea, get online, because the very rich people that are out there, those people that own the oil companies, that run the government of Canada, that run the Chinese government, they're going to make a lot of money off of this. That's fact. And I'm all for making money, except when they're making money kills me and my children and my grandchildren. And it will. It'll kill yours too. Maybe it shouldn't happen. Think about it. If it makes sense, do something about it. If it doesn't, well, all I've done is waste 7 minutes and 45 seconds of your time now. So I'll say good night. Have a good life and join the fight if you can. And I hope you do. Bye-bye. Love y'all.